So right now, the big story everybody is talking about is this situation involving Biti. Yes, you heard the headline already. Biti has been granted bail, but there is a serious condition attached to it, and that condition is already raising questions across Zimbabwe and even beyond. Now, let me break it down for you in a very simple way so you can understand exactly what is going on, because this one is not just ordinary news. There is a lot happening behind the scenes. Biti was taken into custody, and from the moment that news dropped, people started reacting immediately. Some people were shocked, some were not surprised at all, and others were already predicting what would happen next. And as expected, the legal process started moving. Now, after spending some time dealing with the case, the court finally decided to grant him bail. That means he's allowed to go home. He's not going to remain locked up. But listen carefully, this is where it gets interesting. The court did not just release him freely like that. They gave him a strict condition. And that condition is that he must not hold meetings without clearance. Now think about that for a moment. A political figure being told not to hold meetings unless he gets permission. This is where people started asking questions. What kind of meetings are they talking about? Political meetings? Public gatherings? Private discussions? And who exactly will give this clearance? You see, this is why this story is getting attention, because it is not just about bail, it is about control. And if you are enjoying this breakdown already, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because we bring you these stories in a way that is easy to understand and very interesting. Now let's continue. The moment this condition came out, supporters of Biti began to react. Some of them said this is unfair. They believe that once someone is granted bail, they should be free to continue their normal activities, especially if those activities are political. But on the other side, there are people who are saying, no, the court is only trying to maintain order. They are saying maybe there are concerns that certain meetings could lead to tension or unrest. So now we have two sides. One side is saying this is restriction. Another side is saying this is precaution. And this is where the real conversation begins. Because in a country like Zimbabwe, politics is not just politics. It is very emotional, it is very sensitive, and every move made by any political figure is always watched closely. Now let's go deeper into what this could mean. If Biti wants to meet with his supporters, he cannot just wake up and call for a gathering. He has to first get clearance. That means there is someone or some authority that must approve it. And the big question is, will that approval always come? Or will it be delayed or even denied? Because if meetings are not approved, then how will he communicate with his supporters? You see where this is going? This is why people are paying attention. And if you're still watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, because this kind of gist, you don't want to miss it. Now let's talk about the political impact of this. Biti is not just an ordinary person. He is a known figure in Zimbabwe politics. So any restriction placed on him automatically affects his political movement, his influence, and how he connects with people. So some analysts are already saying this could slow down his political activities, while others are saying this could actually make him more popular, because sometimes when people feel someone is being restricted, they begin to support that person even more. Now, let me tell you something very interesting. In situations like this, public sympathy can grow very fast. People might start saying, why is he being controlled like this? And that alone can change the political atmosphere. So even though the intention might be to control activities, the outcome might be something different. That is why this story is not just simple news, it is something we need to watch closely. And please, if you are enjoying this, tap that like button right now and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Now, let's also talk about the legal side. When someone is granted bail with conditions, it means the court still wants to monitor the situation. It means the case is not finished. So Biti still has to comply with these conditions. If he breaks them, that is another problem entirely. He could be taken back into custody. So right now, he has to be very careful. Every move he makes will be watched. Every meeting he attends or plans will be questioned. And that creates a kind of pressure. Now, imagine being in that position. You are free, but not fully free. You can move, but with limits. You can speak, but carefully. That is the situation right now. And this is why many people are calling it a controlled freedom. Now, let's connect this to something bigger. This situation is not happening in isolation. It is part of a larger political environment where tensions, opinions, and power play are always present. So what is happening to Biti could also send a message to other political figures. It could make them more cautious. It could also make them rethink how they organize meetings or communicate with people. So the impact goes beyond just one person. And if you understand this, then you know why this story is very important. Now, let me ask you something. Do you think this condition is fair? Or do you think it is too strict? Drop your thoughts and don't forget to like and subscribe before you continue watching. Now, another angle we should not ignore is the reaction from the international community. Whenever something like this happens, people outside the country also start paying attention. They begin to ask questions about democracy, freedom of speech, and political rights. So this is not just a local story anymore. It is becoming something bigger. And that means more pressure, more attention, and more discussion. Now let's also look at what could happen next. There are a few possibilities. 1. Biti follows all the conditions strictly and avoids any trouble. 2, there could be challenges or disagreements over what clearance really means. 3, this case could take another turn depending on how things unfold. So right now, we are in a waiting phase. Everybody is watching. Everybody is listening. Everybody is analyzing. And trust me, more updates are coming. So make sure you stay connected, like this video, and subscribe so you don't miss anything. Now, I want to pause here for a moment.